This is my dog training client, Gus. He's a cute, friendly rescue dog, but he'd become almost impossible to walk. Gus barked and lunged at dogs, bikes, people, basically anything that moved. And even when there was nothing to react to, he still pulled like crazy on the leash. His family felt so overwhelmed that they'd recently stopped leash walking him completely. But those weren't Gus's only struggles. Besides lacking leash skills and being highly leash reactive, Gus was also digging up the yard, stealing food off the counters, barking out the window, barking at the fence line, chasing wildlife, jumping on everyone, and had no basic obedience training. His guardians are amazing, but with full-time jobs and a young child, they were completely overwhelmed and they didn't know where to start. So I offered to work with Gus one-on-one for 10 training sessions that were each about 1 hour long. And with their permission, I filmed most of those sessions to share with you here on this channel. If your dog is struggling with reactivity, pulling on leash, high prey drive, or they just feel a little bit out of control and overwhelming, then this series is for you. So I don't like that he hasn't auto-checked in with me once. So Gus? Yes. Just a sign to me that he's a little bit too stimulated. Yeah. I'm going to show you exactly what I did with Gus in those 2 weeks of training. Leave it. The wins. Yes. So you can see that bird flying away. He normally would have chased it so badly. The struggles and how he worked through it all. I'll explain and show what I did with him, but more importantly, also why I prioritized those specific things. In this series, I'm going to share step-by-step tutorials for specific skills, as well as full unedited training walks where you can watch our entire training session. Gus. Yes. Dog barking at him. Some of them went well, and some of them went terribly, and I think that there's a lot to learn from both. Good boy! I'm going to be really transparent in this series so that you can see a realistic 2-week progression. In between Gus's videos, I'm also going to share videos featuring a few other clients that had similar struggles as Gus. That way you can see these methods work for a variety of dogs. Yes. So hit subscribe and turn on notifications if you don't want to miss any of it. I also want to mention that if pulling on leash or leash reactivity are your top challenges with your dog, I do encourage you to grab the free guides that I created. Yes. Those are linked in the video description and the pinned comment so you can get started right away. Now before we dive into Gus's training series, I do want to quickly mention 3 things that I didn't focus on during our time together and why. The first is countersurfing. Gus is a food thief, but that issue didn't bother his guardians nearly as much as their inability to enjoy taking him for a walk. So I chose to spend our limited time together improving his leash skills instead. If stealing food off of places like the counter or table is an issue that you're struggling with your dog and you want to work on, I'm going to link a tutorial that I filmed for that with another client named Kiki. And second is his window reactivity. The timing of our training sessions didn't line up with a lot of foot traffic outside of their home, so instead I just coached his guardians to work on the window barking using the method that I teach in this tutorial. I did, however, work on his yard reactivity, so I will be sharing a separate tutorial for that during this series. And third is jumping up on people. I did work on this with Gus because I personally hate being jumped on, but since the family's young child often would greet me at the door when I would first arrive, I didn't feel right filming. If you need help with your dog's jumping, I have a full step-by-step tutorial featuring my client Louie, which I'll link here. All of those tutorials that I just mentioned will also be linked in the video description. If you're excited to see Gus's transformation, please let me know in the comments which of these issues you're most looking forward to seeing a video for and what you're struggling with most with your dog. In my next video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did with Gus in his first week of training and why I chose those particular skills to start with. Happy training! I'll see you in the next video.